Mail-in voters cheated, survey says. And 1 out of 1 Harvard president did too. Good morning, Deacon. How are you?
I'm good. How are you,
I'm
sir?
JJ. That's Deacon. I'm great. There's been absolutely zero problems and no fights and no yelling in my house. I don't know why you would even think that happened.
That's awesome. Very nice.
I'm JJ. That's Deacon. This is rumble.com/JJW, where every morning your two dads meet. We drink coffee. I don't know where my pretty cup is this morning. Drink coffee and we talk about the news, culture, politics, pop culture, everything that's important. The most important things. My copy of Berserker Volume 3 finally was shipped from Boom Studios. This is an awesome book. It's got it's created by Keanu Reeves. I don't know how much input he has in it. This little story is pretty cool. And I picked up a couple of other things too. Anyway, good morning, folks. I know I am a nerd. Welcome to the show. Teak, what you got? Anything? Good morning. Great morning. Wonderful morning.
It's a morning. It's not going to be as cold. I don't think we're going to get a white Christmas in Kentucky. I don't know if we're going to get a white Christmas across most of the United States, though. So that's what some of the news that we've been talking about. It gets kind of slow around this time of year if there's nothing crazy happening. But
right,
people like to do crazy stuff during the holiday season.
A little bit, but I don't know. Do you know this? I don't know if you know this. That there is a high, strong correlation between violent crime and ice cream sales. Did you know that?
No, I've never heard that. Really?
Yeah. So in the summer, ice cream sales go way up because it's the summer. People want to get like a cool treat or whatever. Also in the summer. It's hot as heck, and so people try to get out of their houses.
Humans aren't designed to live in the. We're designed to be colder creatures. We're designed to live in the cold. All right, we live much longer that way, and I don't. Yeah, I mean,
really,
you get a bunch of people together and they're hot. What happens?
they get mad and they fight.
They become a human swarm, basically. Yeah, what it happens. So yeah. I hate the cold, but I mean
I hate the cold, and it's not even super cold here, but I'm freezing.
No,
I'm freezing.
It's not super cold, but I'm freezing as well. But I would love to live much further south. I always said that I should have lived in a coconut tree next to a coconut tree on a sandy beach somewhere. But I did not live. But I don't want to live in today's song of the day.
Uh-oh.
Segue there.
Nice.
Sorry. My song of the day today is another one-hit wonder, Hell by Squirrel Nut Zippers.
Oh my gosh, I had that CD. Did they have more than one CD?
Yeah, I don't know.
I still have it.
I don't know if they did or not. I think they did, but Hell by Squirrel Nut Zippers. A lot of people, I played this for my son one day and he cut his eyes at me and he was like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Dude, this was a big song on the radio." And he was like, "Really? When? In 1930?" And I was like, "No, dude." And I tried to explain to him that I'm going to try to explain now. And this is my little theory. I've never really even looked this up, but this is, we just loved this movie. This movie was a cult classic hit, instant hit. And when it came out in the mid 90s, me and my buddies loved this movie. We embraced this movie. I dressed like the idiots from this movie.
That's all right. People dress like the Matrix too. That's fine.
And it was the movie with Vince Vaughn and what's his dang name? Marvel. Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau. Vince Vaughn. Ron Livingston. There's a lot. Heather Graham is in the movie. Swingers. Mm-hmm. One of the best movies ever made. Swingers. I love that movie so much. And in that movie, they go around to a couple of these clubs and they have this it's a swing club. All right. And the band in the movie was this band called Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. and
Oh,
I
yeah.
became a Big Bad Voodoo Daddy instant lover. I love that band. I've seen them twice. They're awesome. And I loved the swing music. I loved that crap. So I had the big pants. I had a chain that hooked to my
Zoot suit.
I didn't have a zoot suit, but I had a chain that went all the way down to the ground and come all the way back up with my freaking fancy shoes and my shirts. And yeah, and I had hair back then, so I did stuff with my hair. But
When my wife and I were dating, and it's very early on, she had gotten, like, when we started dating, she was already into it. She was into swing dancing. So I'm sure this is still a thing, but we haven't been in a long time. She would love to go, but
you remember in the
it.
mid 90s that became a huge thing.
Oh yeah.
I think that movie
Probably
is responsible for bringing that music to the forefront a little bit more. And then because Big Bad Voodoo Daddy had that song, you had Cherry Poppin' Daddies, Zoot Suit Riot.
Oh, I had that CD too. Yeah.
Hell by Squirrel Nut Zippers. And then you had other little bands but those were the major three.
And Mighty Boss Tones. They were a big band.
Were
huge thing.
Swing band as well. And so swing music and ska music. I was a Real Big Fish fan. You ever heard of Real Big Fish? Favorite band of all time.
Love anything aquatic. That's you.
What's the deal? So Squirrel Nut Zipper, if you've never heard this song, it's a treat for your ears because you'll be like, what the hell is this?
So Sinister Minister says that Big Bad Voodoo Daddy had a great Christmas album.
Yeah,
I never heard a Christmas album.
Oh no, I've said that's the two concerts I've seen for the Big Bad Voodoo Daddy is their Christmas concerts. It's fabulous. That's, as a matter of fact, I usually play that every year and I haven't. I need to play it. They do a great version of Mr. Heat Miser. Big Bad Voodoo Daddy does. So maybe I'll add that to our playlist, the Mr. Heat Miser.
Oh, maybe we could have like a whole we could have a big band swing
we do
week.
Next week. We do next week.
Big band next swing week.
We do Christmas songs.
Oh, okay.
Swing week.
Can you do Christmas swing?
Yeah, I can do Christmas swing.
All right.
Yeah, I can do Big Bad Voodoo Daddy Christmas swing songs. That'd be awesome.
All right.
I'm serious. They're awesome.
Okay.
It's awesome. Okay.
All right. Let's get into the news. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all the news that you need to know for the whole day. This is the best way to start your day, too. You can't trust any other news outlet anymore than you can trust Deacon and I kind of looking at the news and making irrational assumptions about all kinds of stuff.
We are doing the exact same thing that CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, they're doing the same thing. They're barely looking at the news story and making irrational assumptions. And we are doing the exact same thing.
It's high quality stuff. That's right. So I saw this yesterday and I thought, of course, that makes sense. What a quick and instantaneous way to get probably banned from most platforms. Let's go. The survey says more than 1 in 5 mail-in voters admit to cheating in the 2020 election. And we're not saying fraud, folks. Nobody's saying fraud changed the election. We're just saying that some people out there in the world have said of themselves they cheated. Let's see. Rasmussen Reports and Heartland Institute survey asked those who mail in the 2020 election if they filled out a ballot in part or in full on behalf of a friend or family member, such as a spouse or child, to which 21% of the respondents said, oh, yeah. You're not, folks, nobody's allowed to go into the ballot booth with you. You don't get any help. You go in, you vote. You can't do that. You do a mail-in ballot. If you're doing a mail-in ballot, it's not a community effort. Other people don't get to help you do that. You're supposed to do it yourself. But 21% of people said they had help or they helped other people. Though many states allow voters to receive...
That should scare you as to how so rational thought dictates that now we know at least 21% of the people out there are uneducated voters.
Right.
Now we have a baseline.
let me give you
I'm making a joke, but it's being serious.
Yeah.
We have a baseline for uneducated voters. If 21% of them need help voting, then you don't have a clue how to put on your shoes in the morning.
Right.
Okay. So to speak. All right. So
what's that, Mom? You want to vote for Biden? Let me just, okay, hold on. Biden. It's TRUMP. that's what's
new math. That's how we spell it now. It's new math.
Yeah, it's new spelling. So the results of this survey are nothing short of stunning, says Justin Haskins with the Heartland Institute in a statement. For the past 3 years, Americans have repeatedly been told the 2020 election was the most secure in history. But if this poll's findings are reflective of reality, the exact opposite is true. This conclusion isn't based on conspiracy theories or suspect evidence, but rather from the responses made directly by the voters themselves. So, and Deke, and I know Deke is going to say like 1,000 mules and stuff like that, and that's all fine. Maybe all that stuff's true, but I forgot how to make this thing go away. Is it here? It's over here. There we go.
You got it.
Yeah. Yeah. But, like that's like an idea with a little bit of evidence. This is 21% of people who voted by mail saying, oh, yeah, cheated. Not cheated. Lie. It's a little bit more credible to me.
Because every time I say something about this, we get banned from YouTube.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm not going to say anything anymore.
If you guys are not already there, please follow us on rumble.com. rumble.com.
I keep spitting out these crazy conspiracy theories.
Yeah, nuts.
And we get banned on YouTube. And then I spit it out again and we get banned on YouTube. And then it ends up coming true. Yeah. So I said something, didn't I say there's another thing that I like to say that gets us banned from YouTube, and it ended up becoming true as well. So I mean, but what do I know? I'm just some weirdo.
Don't get the woke poke. All right. Let's all right.
The hypocrisy is
amusing
this morning.
I know.
All right. What's your other stories? I don't even have the stories brought up. I'm still looking at
Squirrel Nut Zippers. Let's see. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Where's the here we go. Yeah. So not only, hey, listen, I bet 21% of Americans would love to go to a prestigious university like Harvard, but they're cheaters. So it's good for them to have somebody to look up to. I think this is what I'm saying. I think it's good for people to aspire. And here we can see that we have a president of Harvard University that 21% of Americans can aspire to emulate. Harvard University says, we unanimously stand in support of Claudine Gay after plagiarism charges and her little Israel debacle.
Now, before you get into that, you were doing that segue and you were making it humorous, and it was with your 21. No, seriously, this has got my brain going this morning. You were talking about 21% and how 21% would at least want to go to this prestigious school, and my brain went, oh, dude, that's way more than 21%. It's like 90-something% of the freaking people want to go to Harvard and whatnot. Right. And then I start thinking, isn't it amazing how we have, that's just like a norm in society after about 40 or 50 or 60 years. That's become like, this is the place. We've been told that this is the top of the line because the people that graduated here ended up doing this and making a lot of money. And how much of our lives how much of your life is controlled by money? Do you do anything that's not? I mean, but I'm getting off course. We were told that these schools are prestigious, and now it's 90% of the children in high school or more. Oh, I'd love to get into Harvard.
Right.
And we're like, do you realize that there's the community college down the road is going to give you a lot more freaking skills that
I mean,
you don't need to know?
you probably have to go, maybe you have to go to Harvard to figure out that the cost benefit ratio is upside down, because
and I'm just making a joke here. I understand that Harvard don't have fucking carpentry classes, and welding courses. I completely understand that.
Well,
I'm just saying that these companies now are not hiring as many of these people. I thought. I mean, we were getting these news stories.
There's definitely some companies and some billionaires that are outright saying, "I will not." What's the guy, Barstool Sports guy, Dave Portnoy? He said, until they like walk this back and disavow this stuff, his company will not hire anybody from Harvard or MIT. And like they are devaluing the prestige of their own university. And you know what? The fact is, they just don't care.
It's going to take. It's going to money. It's all about money. How, and I guess here, look at how the circle comes around. How much is control? How much of the decisions are controlled by money? It's going to take the donors for like MIT, for instance, to start taking away donor money at MIT, and then MIT's genius freaking kids that are coming in there that are some of the smartest people in the world are not going to have the funding to do some of these breaking freaking experiments that they're doing, and they're going to start going elsewhere looking for other choices, the other colleges that do have funding that is going to let them do they don't care if it's MIT or ITT, as long as they've got the freaking funding to be able to do what they want to experiment on.
I'm not sure it's all about money, but I think money is the lever that works. So, like the reason why people like this lady get into these positions and why she keeps her job is because Harvard is one of the stepping stones to the thrones of power. You go to Harvard, and then you can you can get out of Harvard, and you can go into top end companies. You have a door open to you to get into top end companies, and you have a door into politics and power and law firms and all that kind of stuff. That and we're not talking around the country. We're talking in the seats of power in Washington.
Yeah, no, you make a great point. That is exactly right. You're exactly right.
By taking money away from these schools, by using money, and like the people that are there, they don't care about money. They care about indoctrination. They care about the message. They care about power. But money is how you can rein them in. And I guess we need to see Harvard lose some money somehow.
We call it indoctrination, but it's like that's the word that we have to use today for it, because teaching used to be here's one way. Here's another way.
Right.
Another way.
Here's how to. Here's some critical thinking skills. Let's apply it to things and think about things.
And now that's not what we've done in this country for 100 years now. It's this way. Learn it. Take a test. Pass. Next course. And it's not critical thinking skills. It's memorization skills is what we've been taught. And that's why we're all idiots.
In many ways. I know I was thinking about some of this the other day. In many ways, it is these are the tenets of faith for the moderns, right? Like this is a religious practice in some ways. Recite your verses and do not stray from the path. So climate change, identity politics, whatever, woke. So, all right. So Harvard University is totally standing behind Claudine Gay, even though she's been accused of plagiarism. And when we say plagiarism, we mean in her dissertation and in articles she's been writing for the last 20 years. In fact, is this the story? This is not the story. There is one that has like direct quotes of her from other people, not giving attribution to things like that. So now Harvard is responding to this as though accusing her of plagiarism with evidence or whatever is some sort of a personal attack to get her for her politics, even though her politics are supporting I guess, genocide of Israel and not calling that, out.
She's not calling it out.
But here, the reason why I brought this up, aside from it being a totally hilarious scandal, is scholar Carol Swain, tells Breitbart News Daily if Harvard president Claudine Gay was a white male, she would be fired. She would be fired.
She'd be prosecuted by now.
Yeah, and not only that. Look at it. Let's see.
She's exactly right.
Where is that? There was a picture. Oh, okay. In this article, she says that she has basically always been a fraud. She's always been an intellectual fraud. Yeah. Carol Swain told Breitbart News Daily, Mike Slater on Tuesday that Harvard President Claudine Gay is a fraud and an embarrassment and she should resign. The scholar and professional who Gay is accused of plagiarizing from, this is the woman she may have stolen from.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is a rare.
Yeah, a little bit. If she were a white male, even a white female caught in the scandal she's caught in, they would be gone by now. There are articles now. They have investigated her work, and 4 of her articles plagiarize other faculty members, including her colleagues. Carol Swain said of Gay, adding that she found out on Monday that the Harvard president's dissertation work included her own work. So this woman only found out 3 days ago. So I bet she's hot under the collar about it. So
it would be.
Yeah, right. What if somebody copied our show and didn't give us credit, dude?
My God, I would clap and probably send them a thank you DM and ask them to like and subscribe.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so cold hell froze over, folks.
That's all radio is. Radio is, and television. I mean, television is that too. It's taking something from somebody else, changing it a little bit,
mix it up,
calling it your own.
Yeah. All right. What else do you want to talk about? What you got? We have some bad news. We should.
Well, I had one here. We'll get to that one tomorrow. Yeah, we'll get to that one tomorrow because I didn't get to read it. So I've got something here cool for you, JJ. Christmas is coming up. I know you're probably looking for some gifts for the people that you love and for the Donald Trump lovers in your life. Do I have the perfect gift for you and for the Donald Trump MAGA person in your life? Donald Trump is selling cut up pieces of his suit that he wore in his
screen like this. What's going on? What'd you do? What? This is not okay. Let's do that. Nope, that's wrong. Where? Why? Why is it like this?
I'm going to stop screen sharing. There we go.
What has happened?
Now I'm going. You stop pressing buttons. I'm going to screen share, and
dude, everything is blinking and stuff.
The screen is freaking out, dude. All right, so
I'm going to hold on. Here. Just change. Oh, wow.
This is the Telegraph. It's not like some weird freaking.
Dude, the restream is just.
Oh my Lord! Look at it. It's freaking out.
Here, maybe turn this off. Stop screen sharing.
All right. Where am I at?
I don't know, dude. Okay.
There we go. Hi.
No, that's you.
Hi, everybody. Yeah. I see you.
You see me? I don't even see me.
No. Yeah, I see
Whatever.
You. Go here. Look, let me do this.
Yeah, I don't see you.
Do you see you?
No.
Do you see me or you?
I see you. Restream is just flipping out, bro.
Go over to the people tab, go out and come back in.
What do you mean go out and come back in? Oh,
hit the little blue. There you go. Now come back in.
Totally
now,
not working.
See you?
No, not at all.
Not you? Oh, I see you fine. You look fine to me.
Well, let's carry on.
Well, let me see what the chat says. The chat says I see you both. Okay.
Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. So I'm going to switch over to. Okay, there we go.
All right, you hold your hands up, hands above the table, like you're on a date. All right. All right. I'm showing you this. I'm screen sharing again. It might be my computer.
I don't know.
All right. I'm not gonna share.
Oh, you know what?
Telegram.
You know what I did? I opened up some of these stories you posted. I bet there's ads on one of these damn things.
That's why. Quit doing that. I told you that the other day because I knew you did that. I knew you were the type of person that did that. You opened up every story. You had every story going so you could just click to everyone. And I don't do that. I open them up individually.
All right,
and I knew you did that.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm closing. I'm closing all of them. All right. Although I do want to see Trump. All right,
sometimes we fight like brothers on here. That's just what we do.
For 2 years, I've just opened every single story. It's not been a problem.
Well, it's the Biden era. So, I mean, internet's expensive nowadays. Right. See, look, it was one of them stupid websites. Donald Trump is selling cut up pieces of his suit that he wore in his mugshot for $5,000 a piece. This dude is a genius.
He is. He sold people digital pictures for and he got like $4 million last year. So, they're just like cartoon pictures of Trump. Mostly AI made, I think. Cartoon pictures of Trump. He made like millions of dollars selling pictures on the internet. Not even physical. They were just like a gift. So, I mean, of course he sold $5,000 swaths of his suit. Now,
I would have.
I mean, I would not buy that. I would not buy. For somebody.
There are people that would.
For some people, $5,000 for a piece of Trump's clothes is something. Now, David's saying I sound weird.
You do. I wasn't going to say anything.
Why? What's going on?
You're starting to get fixed. It's starting to phase in and out. I just think it's nothing that you can do with settings. I just think it's the internet. So that's why I wasn't going to say anything. Yeah, I think it's the internet because you're phasing in and then you're doubling up and then you're phasing out. All right, I got some sad news. I never watched this show, but I really wanted to watch one of the shows that he was in. I've never heard any bad thing about his acting style. I've always heard that he was a really good actor. Andre Braugher has passed away. He was the star of Homicide, Life on the Street. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is the one that everybody's like, oh, dude.
I love that show. That show is hilarious.
Yeah. 61. He was, I don't know how he died.
Usually they don't release the hows and what, where's and what fors until like a couple days later or something like that. But
I wouldn't have thought that they'd have had an obituary ready for him. I mean, like the older people, they have obituaries already written, articles talking about
preloaded, ready to go, just waiting for him to die.
Like Dick Van Dyke, for instance, who's still alive and is in his 90s. They've got when he dies, all they've got to do is go to the file, copy, paste.
It'll be done. It'll be instantaneously published
because it's already done for all of these people. So I can't imagine that they had one for him.
We just had
unless he was sick, but it doesn't say anything about this. It says he died after a brief illness. I don't know.
Wow. Brief illness. I mean, wow, it's crazy. This guy was great on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't know that I've watched a bunch of the other stuff that he's in. I feel like I've seen him before, maybe in some other things, but in Brooklyn Nine-Nine in particular, that show was great. And he was basically like kind of ironically, he was the straight man of the show, of the jokes, where you always have like somebody cutting up and then you have one guy that's the straight guy,
But wasn't he a gay character?
Yeah. He was a gay.
He was the straight man, but he was a gay character. Yeah, that's
But it is kind of funny.
That's one of the jokes that I like to make. I like to make little double entendre, subtle jokes that maybe three people will catch.
Yeah. He was always deadpan. He never very rarely would he break a smile or something on that show. And it was obviously a put on. Yeah, it's great.
Dry humor. I love it.
It was so good.
Airplane is one of my favorite movies of all time. That's the pinnacle of comedy to me is the movie Airplane.
It's amazing.
Okay, right. I got another one here for you, and this one is a lesson for all of you viewers that live north in America. We have this is a nice little lesson that I'm hoping that maybe we can convey on, because JJ lives in Texas. I live in Kentucky, which is not super south, but we are part of the South. We all can consider ourselves part of the South. The Satanic Temple, which you know is based out of Massachusetts, plans an after-school Satan club at a Memphis elementary school. You see the cute little devil there, and he's got googly eyes, and he's making his little sign with his hand, and it's cute, right? So the organization based out of Massachusetts is planning an after-school Satan club at a Memphis elementary school. The group made the announcement that the club will do launch January 10th at Chimney Rock Elementary School, the first of its kind in the state of Tennessee, where Memphis is located. In South Tennessee, close to Arkansas and Georgia and Alabama, So I'm not going to go through all of this because I really don't care and want to promote it at all. I just wanted to give a lesson to maybe some of our northern folks about the South. If you've never visited us in the South, you need to think of us to help you better understand. Think of us down south from up north as a completely different country. And when you come, I'm being serious.
If I had my way, we would be one.
And when you come down to our country, we have all these little countries, right? And when you come down to our country, we do things down here. All right. We may still live in the United States, but we do things down here differently than you do up there. And you may have done it all of your life up north, and you consider that the normal, and you think everyone does it that way. But you need to get that stupid thought out of your head right now, because the way we do things down south, we think are normal because we do them our way. So the reason I'm telling you to think that way is because your little funny little after school program here, I'm predicting is not going to last very long.
I mean, they're just doing I'm trying to like how do I respond to this? So right. my gut reaction is, oh, these people are assholes. They're just being assholes. And I mean, like, well, but then I'm like, no, check yourself, JJ, because like everybody's allowed to believe whatever they want to believe, right? And they're just being assholes.
Check your sound settings real quick and see if you're not doubled up on something, because it has not got better. It's you're still kind of doubled up on everything over there.
Is that any better?
No, it's still 2. I got a couple of entertainment stories here that I have in my secret stash. One's an AI story.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I love AI news. I don't know how it could be doing double audio.
Oh no, it's freaky. We don't have very many stories left, and I'm going to have to dip out early today anyway.
Yeah, today's one of them days where Deke's got some interviews and stuff.
Yeah, Wednesday morning.
Hey, I don't know if you've seen it yet. There's a new trailer for Dune, and Dune Part 2 is going to come out. I don't know. It's pretty soon. The Part 1 came out last year. That was by Villeneuve, I think it was.
Is there going to be 3 parts or just 2?
Well, that's part of the news that I heard is that, yeah, I mean, they filmed these 2 back to back, Dune Part 1 and Part 2, because Dune is I love this book. Dune is such an amazing book, but the story is really kind of bisected into the part before and after the Harkonnens attack. The Atreides. Oh, now I hear me. Great.
I was looking at the audio settings. I wonder if you can do the echo cancellation because it just started. Let
me see.
My audio settings on my computer and my phone.
Yeah,
my computer has been crazy here lately. Every day I have to go into my sound settings, go into the microphone, go into the recording level of the microphone, and turn the level from 22 back to 35 every single day. I can't, and I've went to find out what it does. It told me to click some certain things off, some adaptive, and I did that. I went through, reset the computer, still freaking does it. Don't know what's going on. So it's just computer.
Okay.
That's the only reason I was not excited about the Dune 2 was because I was like, oh, sweet, I finally get to watch this and see, and then it's like a Dune 3, and I'm like, Dune 3. How long?
No. Okay, well, there's a bunch of books, and the books get increasingly like psychotic and psychedelic and crazy as you go. The first book is a masterwork; it is poetry. And the second, so they might make. So Villeneuve is hinting that he might make a third movie, but the third movie would be based on Dune Messiah, and you can watch Dune Part 1 and 2, or you can read the book, and you don't really need to know what happens in Dune Messiah because Dune is itself it's high art. I consider it high art. It's like one of my favorite books that I've ever read, and I reread regularly. All right. So I saw that. So anyway, I saw that coming out, and the Dune Part 2 is coming out soon. I know you haven't seen Part 1 yet. Villeneuve's Dune is a very, very good adaptation of Dune. So if I can't persuade you to read the book,
I will read. I will read. I like reading, and I need to read more, and that's always been on my read list. You've got a list of books that I always would like to read. Call of the Wild, and you never read freaking Call of the Wild. That's always Dune has always been on my personal books to read list that I need to now that I'm older and all my kids live at their friend's house.
If you're watching this show, leave a comment on the video. What are some books that are like? What's your favorite book that you read or reread like all the time? Like,
yes,
leave us a comment of because maybe there's something we haven't checked out yet.
I've got another story, but I keep hearing freaking noises. Let me go check something real quick. But I got another two. Right. You know what? If they open the door here, I've got a story for you, the entertainment story. This one came out about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the end of November. But Mark Hamill is done voicing the Joker. He says, without Batman, crime has no punchline. He's speaking at the Fan Expo in San Francisco. He confirmed he'll be no longer plans to continue voicing the Clown Prince after Conroy passed away in November. He says, without Batman, crime has no punchline. Mark Hamill says he's done.
I kind of think Mark Hamill's a dick, but
I do too. I don't like him. I do not like him.
I respect this. I respect this because
exactly.
Kevin Conroy is obviously amazing. He's been doing this for 30 years. There's no reason to keep doing the same thing. And part of his decision is the respect of Conroy. I'm gonna say, even though I think Mark Hamill's a dick, which breaks my heart because I love Mark Hamill from when I was a kid. I know you don't care about Luke, but I cared about Luke. To find out that Mark is not exactly the kind of person that I would want to respect. So with that in place,
right.
I respect this.
I respect the decision too, and it's almost it's very Joker-esque and Batman-esque. I mean, if the Joker and Batman, to me, that's if Batman died, which he in the comic, but I don't read fucking Batman comic books. Joker would. I don't have anything else to do anymore. I'm just done. I think that was in the comics. I mean, or in the cartoon, wasn't it? Wasn't that a scene that Robin comes in and he's talking to this man in a cafe, and it's the Joker, and he's talking about how when he used to fight, with his buddy all the time and whatnot, and Robin finally realizes that, oh my God, I'm talking to the Joker. you know, and he's sitting there with
Yeah.
her. Yeah, I remember that.
That totally was a scene. And so that's kind of like, I don't know if it's iconic, but it's definitely a big scene.
Yeah, I remember that scene.
Dave says that he recommends Dresden Files, those books. Have you ever read the Dresden Files?
No, but Dave has not been the first person to say that to me. And Dave and I have talked about the Dresden Files a little bit in the past, so that has piqued my interest. That does seem like something that I would like.
I saw the TV adaptation. It was like on Sci-Fi Channel. It was probably like 12 years ago now, and it had the actor that played in Arrow. He played, I don't know, whatever her name's dad. Anyway, I saw the Dresden Files adaptation. I've never read the books though, and Dave also says that the Robin scene is from the Joker's eulogy of Batman. So,
oh, okay, yeah, all right. One more story, and then
cut things short. You got one more?
Yeah, one more. This is an AI story. You don't have to play the AI thing unless you want to. I think this is Beep Bop Boop AI News. This is really cool, JJ. I predicted this. I didn't predict this, but when I first read this like 6 months ago, I thought, man, how cool would this be if they put AI into video games to be able to play a game like Skyrim and go around to all the different NPCs and have completely different conversations with each NPC. And then weeks later, you go back to that village and that particular NPC remembers the particular conversation that you had with it. Wouldn't that be really cool? Well, they've gone a step further. Wouldn't it be cool that if you could use your own voice? So they have uncovered an EA patent that would use AI to fake your own voice. You would just need to give it a little bit for speech pattern and whatnot, and the AI could sample your voice in the game, and when the video game character talks, it would be your voice. How cool would that be?
Well,
because I'd talk like this every time I did. Give me a sample. I'd be, hey, y'all, how y'all doing?
Yeah, that's pretty much.
So I got to tell you this story. This is what makes me think of that. Okay. So I used to play Battlefield all the time, from Battlefield 2 all the way up to Battlefield 4 and whatnot. And went through 1 and whatnot. And I played with these guys from England, a guy from Ireland and a guy from England. And I've told you this before. They had guys had very thick accents, and they loved my accent. When I would get mad, my country accent would come out and be like, oh, it's horse shit, blah, blah, blah. And they thought it was hilarious. So they told me one time that I should do this when it's like us in there and some new people come into our squad that we didn't know, some noobs come in. They were like, dude, you need to be the most country person in the world. And just, you know, and when I would join squads and stuff, man, oh, that's a bunch of horse shit right there. I would try to get into a character, you know. It was so funny, these people, how they would react to
that. Would be especially funny if you had like a squad of 4 or 5 people
all talking like this right here.
Three of them are talking in like British accent.
And then you got one guy.
Yeah. You got Brad Pitt's character from Inglourious Bastards.
Gorlami. That's my favorite part of that movie, is him sitting there saying, Gorlami. Yeah. All right, that's all I got today, man.
Yeah. All right. We're trying to adapt to the Restream Studio. We obviously didn't do that on this one today. Yesterday it was kind of a cluster F. You know, like all new things, it doesn't quite work right out of the box. So, but we're working on that. So, Dave, in a couple of days, whenever you join us, it might be here, it might be there. So I'll let you know. I'll send you a link. Yeah, I'll send you. I'll make sure to send you a link. Dave, if you don't already, make sure you have a account on Rumble, and text me the name for the account on Rumble, and I'll try to set up. Make sure that you have studio access in advance. Okay.
You got any more messages you want to give to any personalized messages you want to give to anybody else out there?
Who's watching? Who cares? Who cares? You guys are watching? Prove it. I dare you. Just like and subscribe. I don't care what you think. Mom, if you're watching this, I want to say I'm looking forward to seeing you at Christmas. And also, some of this is your responsibility. This is your fault. I'm the way I am.
Get a joke ready. Go to Discord.
I got a joke. Deke, right. Yeah, go see us on Discord. Deke, what do you call a belt that has a watch on it?
I don't know what.
A waste of time.
Oh, boo. Boo.
I hear no sound.
All right, I do. All right, here's mine. What do you call a Christmas wreath made out of $100 bills?
I have no idea. What do you call
wreath of Franklins?
Oh, nice. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for enduring our silliness. We will be back tomorrow with an even better show than today's show.
Bye.
Bye, Mom. I can't believe people listen to us. It's ridiculous. Two people have nothing to say to each other every single day, and they get on the phone and they talk, and they just say whatever they want. It's absolutely absurd. This is a silly show.
Your mic's still on.
Oops.